afternoon. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government intensifies efforts to curb spread of diphtheria, urges residents to adhere to public health advisories. Nigeria recovers $4.85 billion from oil and gas firms in unpaid liabilities. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom set to host 40 countries for illegal migration summit. And in sports, Commonwealth fencing ratifies Nigeria's hosting rights. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Health and its partners, is intensifying surveillance, treatment, and prevention of diphtheria. Commissioner for Health Aki Abayomi, who gave the assurance, said the ministry will continue to monitor the situation closely and provide regular updates, advising residents to stay informed and adhere to all public health advisories. The commissioner reaffirmed government's commitment to ensuring the safety and well-being of all residents, urging them to cooperate with health authorities to mitigate the outbreak and prevent future occurrences. Abayomi commended the leadership of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his swift and strategic intervention in containing the outbreak, acknowledging the support of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, World Health Organization, WHO, and UNICEF in providing technical assistance and resources to combat the disease. He said Lagos State recorded 10 confirmed cases of diphtheria between January 1 and March 27, adding that suspected cases have fluctuated over the period, with some days recording as many as 15 cases and others as few as 1. Lagos State Health District 2 has expressed appreciation to Water Aid Nigeria for the renovation and installation of a 12,000-litre water plant to enhance healthcare service delivery at the Odona Primary Healthcare Center in Ikorodu North, LCDA. Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Health District 2, Dayo Lajide, while lauding Water Aid Nigeria's efforts, emphasized the critical role of a clean and safe environment in healthcare. Lajide stressed the importance of maintaining the newly upgraded facility, urging both healthcare workers and community members to uphold the high standards established through Water Aid's intervention. The inauguration and handover ceremony also included the presentation of 2 sets of water, sanitation, and hygiene wash maintenance kits aimed at promoting hygiene and infection control within the facility. The federal government has revealed plans to establish renewed hope cultural villages across the 36 states in a bid to promote Nigeria's rich cultural heritage and boost the creative industry. Special Assistant to the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Abiola Jagunlabi, says the project is part of the federal government's Renewed Hope Cultural Project, aimed at preserving Nigeria's cultural heritage, promoting tourism and driving economic growth. According to him, the cultural villages will be established in collaboration with state governments and the aim of transforming historic sites into vibrant creative hubs, fostering economic growth and job creation in the art and entertainment sectors. Jaglabi explained that the project will focus on restoring and conserving historic sites, monuments, places and artifacts, as well as enhancing cultural education and capacity building in local crafts. And now to the rest of the stories. Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NETI, says it has recovered $4.85 billion from unpaid liabilities owed by oil and gas companies in the country. NETI's Executive Secretary, Oji, says the recovery is part of the total $8.26 billion identified in its 2021 oil and gas audit report. According to him, this development demonstrates the agency's commitment to transparency and accountability in Nigeria's extractive sector, noting that while significant progress has been made in recovering funds, unresolved financial liabilities remain a major concern Orji lamented that despite NATI's efforts to ensure financial accountability in the oil and gas sector, several companies have continued to default on payments. He implored the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, to take stronger enforcement actions against defaulters and adopt more stringent measures to prevent future revenue leakages. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, has called for greater collaboration between religious leaders, communities, security agencies, and the government in the fight against terrorism and extremism. Ribadu made a call in his Eid al-Fitr message to the Muslim community, emphasizing that their collective efforts are essential for strengthening national security. He urged Nigerians to carry forward the values of peace, empathy, kindness, and tolerance cultivated during the holy month of Ramadan, applying them to the broader task of maintaining the country's security. Ribadu also appealed to Nigerians to remain vigilant against any forces that threaten peace and unity, reinforcing the importance of collective efforts in building a Nigeria where all citizens, regardless of their faith, can live in harmony and prosperity. And now to foreign news. Representatives from the United States, China, and France are among 40 nations joining a two-day summit in London aimed at tackling illegal migration. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is expected to say the vile trade of people smuggling profits from political divisions between affected countries, and he will warn against pitting nations against one another. The international talks are seen as the first of their kind, with the United Kingdom government hopefully they will produce concrete outcomes. Immigration is seen as a key issue for the government politically, with both the Conservatives and Reform UK accusing Labour of failing to get a grip on the issue. Ahead of the summit, the Home Office announced that £33 million would be spent to disrupt people smuggling networks and boost prosecutions. Officials from Vietnam, Albania, and Iraq, countries from which many migrants have travelled to the UK, will attend the summit at London's Lancaster House along French, Chinese, and US representatives. And over to sports news. The Commonwealth Fencing Federation has formally awarded hosting rights for the 2026 Commonwealth Fencing Championships to the Nigeria Fencing Federation ahead of Australia, a few months after giving the country the provisional hosting rights. The final nod makes Nigeria the first sub-Saharan nation to stage the tournament, having also become the first to host a Junior World Cup, which was held in Lagos last December. In a letter signed by CFF President Marie-France Dufour and addressed to all member nations, it was resolved by a majority decision of the board to award the hosting rights to Nigeria after reviewing the technical committee's report. In his reaction, President of the Nigeria Fencing Federation, Adeyinka Samuel, described the trust reposed in Nigeria as a major boost to the fortunes of fencing in the country and appealed for more support from both the public and private sectors for the sport. That was our news at 12, but just before we go, ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs. It's live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered 600 women with ingenious business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund W initiative to empower Lagosians? Well, you can get details on the Lagos Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos Government has advised residents to stay informed and adhere to all public health advisories as it intensifies surveillance, treatment and prevention of diphtheria. The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (NETI) has recovered $4.85 billion from unpaid liabilities owed by oil and gas companies in the country. And we also told you that representatives from the United States, China, and France are among 40 nations joining a two-day summit in London aimed at tackling illegal migration. And then sports, the Commonwealth Fencing Federation has formally awarded the hosting rights for the 2026 Commonwealth Fencing Championships to the Nigeria Fencing Federation ahead of Australia, a few months after giving the country the provisional hosting rights. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayodo Olaya. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.